Hey, welcome! Today, we're going to dive into something we all do every single day, but we probably don't think about it strategically, and that's communication. I mean, it's way more than just talking or texting. It's this incredibly powerful tool for making things happen. So we're going to break down the strategy behind doing it right.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Have you ever had that feeling where an idea is crystal clear in your own head, but when you try to explain it, it just falls completely flat? Maybe you were in a meeting or trying to tell a friend something important, and it just missed. Yeah, we've all been there, right? And it's such a weird paradox when you think about it. We are living in this age of constant connection. We've got Slack, email, video calls. We can talk to anyone, anywhere, instantly. So with all these tools, why does it feel like we're more misunderstood than ever before?
All right, so to crack this nut, we've got to start with the fundamentals. We need to build our essential communication toolkit. This isn't just about sending messages, it's about really getting the foundations right.
Okay, let's talk about your basic starter pack. First up, active listening. And I mean really listening, not just waiting for your turn to jump in, but hearing the meaning behind the words. Next, constructive feedback. This is the art of helping people get better without just tearing them down. And finally, just using technology the right way, making sure that email or text actually says what you think it says. These are the absolute basics.
But here's the thing, and this is so important. Just having the tools isn't nearly enough. The real magic happens when you understand the trade-offs. It's about moving past just knowing the techniques to really understanding the strategy of when to use them and why. And that's where a really cool framework called media richness theory comes in. The big idea here is actually super simple, but it's a game changer. Not all communication channels are created equal. Some are richer, and they're way, way better for dealing with tricky or confusing stuff. So let's really get into what this means. On one side, you've got rich media. Think face-to-face. You get immediate feedback. You see their body language. You hear their tone. It's perfect for complex, sensitive issues. On the other end, you've got lean media, like a formal report. It's just the facts. Great for clear, simple data. I mean, you wouldn't announce layoffs over email, right? Of course not. That's using a really lean tool for a job that needs a rich one. It's just a total recipe for disaster.
Okay, so let's stack another powerful idea on top of that, situational leadership theory. The key here? There is no one-size-fits-all approach to communication, especially for leaders. The best ones are like chameleons. They adapt their style based on who they're talking to, specifically how ready that person is for the task.
This gives us four main styles to play with. So if you've got someone who's super eager but doesn't have a clue what they're doing, you're directive. You give them step-by-step instructions. Then there's the person who knows their stuff but is a little hesitant. For them, you're supportive. You build their confidence. For the person who's got potential but is still a bit inconsistent, you shift into coaching mode. And then you've got your rock star, the expert who just gets it. You delegate. You trust them, give them the reins, and get out of the way. All right, so theory is one thing, but how does this stuff actually work in the real world? You know, where billions of dollars are on the line. Well, let's check out this amazing story of two brands, a real battle between building a culture versus going for massive scale. So in one corner, you've got Lululemon. Their whole game is about community and culture. They use rich, personal communication, and in the other corner, the absolute giant Nike. Their strategy is all about global dominance and scale. And they do it with lean, powerful, mass-market messages. Two huge companies, two totally different playbooks. This is media richness theory, like right out of the textbook. At Lululemon, they don't even call them salespeople. They're educators. Their job isn't just to sell you yoga pants. It's to have these rich, face-to-face conversations about wellness, fitness, your life. It's all about building this super loyal tribe, one rich conversation at a time. Now, flip the coin. You've got Nike. Just do it. I mean, come on, that is a masterclass in lean media. It's simple, it's powerful, it's totally unambiguous, and it works in every language, in every country on Earth. It's built for one thing, unbelievable global scale. So what's the big lesson here? Look, neither of these is right or wrong. They're just different strategies, each with its own advantages and, well, trade-offs. Lululemon gets this incredibly loyal community that will pay a premium, but it's really hard to scale that personal touch globally. Nike gets that insane global reach, but their relationship with customers is a bit more transactional. The key is their communication strategy perfectly matches their business strategy. Okay, that's great for them, but what about you? How can we make this stuff work for us? Let's turn all this theory and these cool case studies into some real, actionable principles that can give you a strategic advantage.
So let's just boil this whole thing down to 3 simple rules you can start using today. Number 1, strategy dictates medium. Your goal always determines the tool you use. Number 2, leaders are communication chameleons. You have to adapt your style to the person and the situation. And number 3, and this one is huge, remember that technology is a tool, not a strategy. Don't ever let a quick text or an email get in the way of a conversation that needs to be human.
You know, the management guru Peter Drucker absolutely nailed it when he said, "The most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said." And that's it, right? That's the core of what rich communication is all about. It's about empathy, it's about listening for the things that lean media just can't ever capture.
And that brings us to a really big question for the future. Here's the thing to think about. As AI gets scarily good at handling all that lean stuff, drafting our emails, summarizing our meetings, what becomes our most valuable skill? It's that rich human connection. So as the machines master the lean, the real question is, how are you going to master the rich?